Hey y'all, KJ Simpson here, author of the #1 bestseller, The All-Inclusive Diet, and I help people cultivate energy, restore balance, and live a life of abundance from the inside out. Today's topic is showing you 5 secrets to drinking more water when you don't like more water. You just don't like water, period. You have a challenge getting just plain old water into your system day in and day out. You know, if that's you, well, that's me too. And that's why I've learned some workarounds, or, what I call secrets, to just making sure that I get my daily target of water. Now, that's question number 1. Do you know what your daily target is? Before I show you these 5 secrets, let's just talk about what you need. Okay, if you're a man, you're going to be needing about 3 liters of water per day. Okay, so that would be the equivalent of 13 cups, or the equivalent of about 100 ounces. Okay, I did not do that math in my head. I cheated. I found out before. Women are going to need a little bit less. You're going to need about 2.2 liters. You're going to need about 9 cups, and you're going to have about 75 ounces of water requirement per day. You're going to need more water if you're more active. I've talked about this in other videos. This is the topic that I talk about first with all the clients that I coach in my health program, and it's so important because we are water. We're 60 to 70% water, and when our water is in deficit in our body suffers. How does it suffer? It suffers with cognitive performance. We call that brain fog. It suffers with physical performance as well. You'll see that in the gym, but you'll also see that just sitting at your desk every day. And you're going to have other problems that you wouldn't associate with dehydration, like food cravings, for example. So, these are all the symptoms that I want you to alleviate, and you can alleviate in most cases just by drinking more water. So here we go. Secret number 1 for drinking more water is going to be this little thing over here, and this little device over here that I had to buy because this thing over here was going all over here. So this makes it a little bit cleaner. This is a lemon, obviously. This is a lemon squeezer, and you can get these things from Amazon or any online shops, but it definitely makes the squeezing a little bit cleaner. Pretty messy without it. And second of all, the seeds don't go into the water. I start my day with lemon water every day, and the reason why I do that is because when we're fasting, when we're sleeping, okay, we need to break that fast. It's not just a food fast, it's a water fast. We are dehydrated the most when we wake up. And that's why a lot of us, especially from my background in bodybuilding, we love our physiques in the morning. We look fantastic because we're all flat and sort of dehydrated, and all the water is out, so that we tend to look a little bit better. But trust me, our performance will suffer if we can't get that water in. Now, why do I put the lemon in first thing? Now, that's because the lemon is very acidic, but it actually has more of an alkalinity effect, in our body. Okay, so our blood becomes more alkaline. If you've heard anything about pH balance, I'll do a video about that in the future because it's a really interesting subject. So the second thing here that I want to talk about is protein shakes. So do you take protein shakes? And if you do, what do you mix it with? At my health club, we have different options of the liquids that you put into your shakes. It could be milk, it could be juice, or it could be water. Water is what most people don't choose because milk and juice taste better, okay? But the secret is mixing fruit with it, okay? So you still get some of that fruit juice taste, but without all of the extra sugar that is in the fruit juice. And when I'm talking water here, folks, I'm not talking about coffee, I'm not talking about pop, I'm not talking about juice. I don't consider that water. Coffee, depending on what report you read, you're gonna find that, it has a dehydrating effect, especially the stronger the coffee or the more caffeine that it has in it in milligrams. But this is what I have found. So if I have a coffee, I'm gonna have to have the equivalent in water just to balance it, because I'm gonna lose that water with the caffeinated beverage, like coffee, for example. So let's just focus on water here and the workarounds or the secrets just for drinking more of it. So putting water instead of juice or milk into your shake is another great way of getting your water quota for the day. And the third thing is it's plain old water, but it's got a bit of a zing to it. This is my favorite here. I like the small size. It's single serving, and it's just got lots of fizz to it. It's a lot more entertaining than regular plain old water. It doesn't really taste any different, but again, it's that carbonation or that zing that it gives me that, you know, makes it taste better than regular old tap water or filtered water. So I'd really recommend the carbonated beverages like a spring water that's carbonated, like a Perrier, for example. And the third thing over here I'm going to show you, or are we up to 4? I think we're up to number 4 here, would be herbal teas. Okay, so non-caffeinated herbal teas, great way to get your water balance. I never was into tea. I still am more of a coffee drinker, but I know that, you know, if I'm lacking water and I just don't feel like regular, you know, bottled water or tap water, that this is a great way to put some flavor into that water without any dehydrating effects like coffee has. So I'd highly recommend herbal teas. You know, there's hundreds of varieties. You know, pick out which one's good for you. There's a lot of medicinal qualities about these herbal teas as well. You know, I'm holding on to chamomile, and one of the medicinal properties of this is allowing you to go to sleep. So it gives you a little bit more tranquility before you retire for the evening. And lastly, I'm going to show you the low sodium soups. Try to get the natural soups, you know, like this one, for example, that doesn't have all the artificial flavors and preservatives and these kinds of things. And this is a great way of getting more water into your system per day as well without having to drink plain old Jane water. So give that a shot. Any types of hot beverages like soups, for example, will also allow you to come closer and hopefully even exceed your water target. As long as you don't mind going to the washroom a little bit more, it is completely worth it, because, you know, water is the essence of life. We don't have life without water, not for very long anyways. It probably lasts about maybe 5, 6, 7 days max, and then it's lights out for us. That's how important water truly is. So make sure you get enough of it, and I want you to download that report, that free report on water and dehydration. It's also got a water log chart. I want you to start logging your water. I want you to become aware of how much water you're actually getting every day, and that will change everything. If you're not getting enough, now you're aware of it. Now you'll focus on it. Now you'll make sure that you have water handy by you all the time to make sure you hit that target every day. So go ahead and download that free report. Until the next show, my friend, keep on inspiring to aspire.